I do not like meeting through this virtual stuff because she gives, honestly, some of the best hugs ever. And it's been way too long, Ava Max, since we've been able to hug it out. How you been, boo?
I've been good. I'm just in my house, but just like, quarantining, like all of us.
Ugh. Isn't that, I want to stretch out this little, isn't that like the worst feeling that like we have been stuck in our homes for entirely too long? But the fact that we do have this optimism, we have this sense of hope now in 2021, moving forward. How excited are you for this year to get underway?
I'm ready. I'm ready to start traveling again. Again, once it's safe.
Yeah,
I think just I think everyone's ready to leave their homes and like go adventure again. Like, what's
and
it like
stretch out.
going into a crowd? I don't know. I don't remember.
Let's think back to this awesome album that you dropped in the middle of a pandemic and how that kind of, I don't know, how that felt. Because I got to tell you, when September rolled around and I saw that you were creating so many amazing songs, every single one of them that we pretty much played, not only here at Z100 on Most Requested Live on radio stations across the globe, but there was no opportunity really to fully tour it. So what was the biggest hurdle to jump over, knowing that you have all these smashes, but you can't leave your crib to tell people how much you appreciate them listening to them?
I think I am trying to like always keep my cool. I'm like, this is gonna pass. I'm just trying to stay optimistic. I'm usually a really positive person, but then there's some days out of the week where I'm just like, if I have to stay home for another week, which I am, I'm literally gonna lose my mind. So I've lost my mind like a handful of times this last year, honestly.
But you're staying busy though, and you're sharing some of that with us on IG. I see you cooking up stuff in the kitchen. I just saw a recent IG post, day and night. And then the comment below, queen of cutting her own vocals. So before we get into what's actually cracking now, are you seriously still staying in the lab or what?
I am. What else is there to do? I'm not gonna go ride a bicycle. Like I'm living, you know what I mean? Like, let me just go ride my bike every day. No, I wish. That sounds pretty relaxing. Um, no, I think a studio is like everything to me. Like having a studio in my home, a home studio it's like life.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a home studio, I'd be so bored.
Oh, dude. Well, I gotta say, if you're creating some of these, gosh, man, these songs that are just really withstanding the test of time. I mean, we talk about King and Queens, a song that had so much power, so much inclusivity, so much acceptance in it. How amazing was it for you to see everyone receive this record and to still continue to love this record as we press play on it over and over again on radio stations from coast to coast in the globe over?
First off, thank you also for all of your endless support ever since Sweet Psycho.
For
I really
sure.
appreciate that because I am an East Coast girl.
Yeah.
Um, but I just, again, I feel so grateful. I had no idea that was going to happen in a pandemic, like
Yeah.
I released the music and I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm probably going to be a hermit all year in my house, which I kind of was, but I had no idea this song was going to be played all across the globe, the
Yeah.
US, everywhere. Like, I didn't know. Like, I feel like when those things happen, you just sit back and like you kind of get like all like teary eyed, and you're just
Mm.
like, this feels so incredible, but also again, I feel so grateful. I couldn't have asked for a better year for music last year. I feel like a lot of people
Yeah.
started releasing music and it healed people. Like, music heals, so that's all that matters. As long as we as artists keep releasing music, you
Well,
know.
I'll tell you, as long as artists like you keep releasing music that really means something, and the message behind these amazing songs, like yours included, is the reason why the world is able to heal. So when you were able to, write those lyrics or team up with your squad to create this song, and I want to stay here before we move to the new one, but gosh, man, what was that feeling like to know that you were putting out a message that meant so much and to see everybody really so receptive?
I felt just so many different emotions because, we do spend a lot of time in the studio trying to perfect the song. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. And I think that's one thing that I had to learn along the way because I kept changing and changing. But it's kind of like a gut feeling. If you get a
Yeah.
gut feeling and you're like, this is it, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave it where it's at. I'm gonna leave all the lyrics where it's at. This is it. This is it. So
You have to know when to let baby start, you know, crawling and walking and then running. You got to step away sometime.
exactly. So it's hard sometimes in the studio because you want to keep changing things or make the beat a little different. And
Yeah.
I think the song Kings and Queens, for instance, took a minute because we kept changing it and changing it. And I think that's the beauty about a song like Kings and Queens and Stupid Psycho. We take so much time on it, and it starts blooming like in the studio and before it's even out in the world.
Well, I got to say, the world is also grateful and thankful that you didn't change up too much of the beat for My Head and My Heart, because the way that you flipped this classic, this interpolation was, I mean, I get goosebumps even when I think about it. The first 3 seconds just draw you in.
Thank
How
you.
how scared were you? Maybe nervous or excited? All those emotions to really pay homage to such a dope song from, I mean, from this around the world. Is it's a classic.
Thank you. Who doesn't love All Around the World?
Yeah.
I just remember growing up and dancing to that song, and I feel like I've always kind of wanted to redo that song in a way. So
Hmm.
when I did, I was like, okay, this has to come out next. Like it was one of those songs that we didn't hold on to for too long.
Sweet.
We created it and then we just put it out in the world, and that's pretty rare because I take my time with a lot of
I let things marinate for a lot longer than
this
this
one
one.
didn't marinate as much. It was just like, okay, this is a familiar sound. We're putting this out.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, as soon as I saw that the ad came through on Z100, and I knew I got to press play on this song, knowing what it means not only to me to be able to usher in and be the vehicle for music through these speakers, but also what, you know, Z100 has meant to you. I just like it feels like what the world needs right now. We need some of that, just some of that familiarity to what's normal. And
I know.
thank you. You
I
know,
know.
you
Who
nailed
doesn't
it.
miss the 90s and the early 2000s without a, like a plague, you know? We don't want to.
I'm ready to go turn up, damn it. Oh my gosh. A few more before I get you out of here, Ava Max. We're right here in the beginning parts of Black History Month. And I know there have been a lot of amazing African American women and men, musicians, and just other instrumentalists who have really helped shape who you are.
My favorite.
I think we talked about Mariah, the way that she used to go and like sing her songs in your
I mean,
basement.
Mariah, Whitney, Tina Turner. I mean,
Oh,
can we talk about someone that's not an artist? Well,
yes.
sure is. Oprah Winfrey is everything. Can we just talk about Oprah real quick? Because I
I'm
grew
not
up.
stopping.
I mean, who didn't grow up watching Oprah? When they came from school watching Oprah, my mom had her on every single day. And so I would be like, what did Oprah gift today? Did she gift a car? Did she gift, what did she gift? And like, she'd be
Yo, yes.
like, it'd be like an Oprah day every day when I came to school. So like Oprah really, I grew up being super inspired by her and how her like tenacity and her like consistency and
Mm,
the way she just kept going at it for years, like her passion. I find that very inspiring. So I
mm,
mean,
mm.
hats off to Oprah every single day.
Hearing you say that now, it makes sense. Knowing, like you said, the tenacity, the drive, the passion, the focus
Hard
is,
to keep doing things every day consistently because like
yeah.
especially in this day and age with social media, but she had it down forever. Like
Oh
still
yeah.
she's still
Oprah for president 2024. Let's get it. You know what I'm
honestly I'm down.
saying? One last question for you, Miss Ava Max, the iconic, the legendary Z100. I've got to ask you this final question, but I need you to hashtag keep it 100 with me, okay? I just need all the way 100% real. Are you ready for this, girl?
Yes.
All right. So the question is, what is one thing that we might not know about Ava Max? Like that, not the, are you a good baker? Do you have like an awesome fantasy football team? Like what's one thing that we don't know about you?
I am really into interior design. Like you can find me at your local furniture shop.
Word. Time out, because I'm moving into a new apartment right now. I low key, I'm gonna hit you with a DM to ask you for some interior design
I
options.
I'm not even kidding you. I love it so much. Like I even have like little like games on my phone, like where you like put the furniture together. I have a problem. I think it's to do with like the creative part of my mind, where like if I'm not writing a song, I have to do something else creative. And like it's either fashion, interior design, or writing music. So yeah, that's it. If you didn't know, let me design your house.
I got you, girl. If this multi-platinum and all these streams things just somehow dies out, I
If
don't
it
see that
dies up,
happening
I'm
anytime
down to
soon.
being a interior designer. Like
All right.
literally.
I'm gonna get at you. I'm telling you, I'm moving into a new place in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna hit you with some schematics. I'm gonna get this thing set up, and it's gonna be Room by Ava. Boom. I got you.
I got you.
Well, dude, I said it earlier. I'm going to say it again. Miss you to bits. You literally give some of the best hugs. We've had some of the funnest times bouncing around this studio, just acting a fool and being goofy. And that energy, knowing that it's just a genuine heart that's inside of the musician that brings us all these bangers. Just, I really want to say thank you for being you. And let's make this 2021 better than 2020. And that's for realsies.
Thank you. I agree. It will be better. It will be.
It will be. Right on, Ava. You take care, love. Talk soon.
Mwah. Thank you.
Bye.